gabi at ano ang araw. So, gising sa umaga, tulog sa gabi. Keep the room environment well organized. If the user is having difficulties in daily living, cooperate with the medical staff. So, may ibang matatanda, meron na talaga silang prescribed na sleeping pills. Hypertension is when blood pressure is too high. So, delikado po ito sa matatanda kasi marami nga pong mga sakit na pwedeng makuha ang matatanda pag meron silang hypertension. So, ayun, it means magli-lead sa ibang serious diseases if you have hypertension. So, like heart disease, kidney disease, and etc. So, points of nursing care, help improve the lifestyle. So, ayun, kailangan be careful not to overeat, not to take too much salt, kailangan mag-exercise. So, basically, self-explanatory na siya, So, basahin po natin siya. And familiarize. So, ayan, diseases frequently found in elderly people. Familiarize this one. To osteoporosis, of course, common in women. Please check it. So, with cerebrovascular diseases naman, familiarize lang natin yung dalawang differences, Number 1, cerebral infarction meaning clogging. So, merong nakabara. So, may pamumuo ng blood, usually. So, clogged blood vessels in the brain, broken blood vessels in the brain naman, hemorrhage, yun siya. So, ito po yung differences sa blood vessels. Clogged infarction, broken, hemorrhage. So, ayun po. Both, pwedeng mag-cause ng stroke, ang result niya. With heart disease naman, so, ayan po, familiarize lang ang angina pectoris and myocardial infarction. Angina pectoris, the blood vessels gets narrow. So, ang usual na reason is mga taba, fats, nagiging narrow ang blood vessels. So, hindi na nakakapass through ang healthy blood na merong oxygen. And then, myocardial infarction, blood vessels gets clogged again. So, ayun. Points in nursing care. It is necessary to refrain from taking salt and fluids. And then, maintain ang weight. If the user is having difficulties in breathing, kailangan siyang ipahiga and assume a position that will help reduce the burden on the heart. So, ano po yung position na yun? Ito po. Na nakaupo po si matanda. So, let's go sa aspiration pneumonia because this is common in older people. Lumabas din po sa exam ang aspiration pneumonia. So, it is caused by bacteria mistakenly entering the trachea and or bronchial tube with food and saliva. So, ito po. So, ang food, instead of going inside the esophagus, napupunta po siya sa trachea. So, ang after ng trachea, lungs na po siya. So, instead na esophagus, papunta sa stomach, hindi po siya napupunta doon. Sa ibang daanan po siya. So, sa trachea, then papuntang lungs. So, ayun, yung pagkain, hindi po siya dapat nasa lungs. So, siya? The bacteria enter the lung with food and drink. So, nagkakaroon ng inflammation ang lungs. So, ayan. Points of nursing care. Kailangan yung posture ng matatanda, Kailangan i-fix natin. So, hindi pwedeng nakahiga, kung bedridden na. So, i-elevate konti ang ulo ng user. And then, do not have him or her lie down right after meals. So, kailangan hintayin natin na bumaba muna yung food, minsan kasi yung matatanda, nasa esophagus pa nila yung food. So, ayun. And then, take care of oral cavity of the user. So, mag-gargle, mag-brush ng teeth. And if symptoms are visible, cooperate with medical staff, mga nurses. Diabetes mellitus, or DM, no? So, merong dalawang types of DM. So, lumabas po sa exam ito, anong type of DM ba daw ang common sa matatanda? So, usually type 2. Type 2 po, no? Kasi ang type 2 ay lifestyle, caused by lifestyle diseases. Type 1 naman usually yung mga from bata, no? Hindi naman from birth usually. Yung kids pa sila, juvenile pa, nag-start na lumabas yung symptoms ng DM or diabetes. And then, most of them, sila yung merong injection, no, ng diabetes from bata hanggang lifetime na nila. Type 1 yun. Ang common sa matatanda ay type 2. Ito, patients are often aged regardless of lifestyle disease, and that's what I have said earlier. So, caused by overeating, lack of exercise, and stress. So, usually self-inflicted, ano. So, be careful po tayo sa ating mga kinakain kasi pwedeng makadevelop ng diabetes mellitus type 2. Points of nursing care. Oh, symptoms po. Please familiarize. So, laging uhaw, feeling of thirst, no? Weight loss, and malaise, meaning pagod. And then, methods of treatment include diet therapy, exercise, and drug therapy. Kailangan keep the calorie intake, be creative so as to not lower meal satisfaction. Kasi nga, kailangan natin control yung food, no? So, most of the users din nagka-crave. Kawawa naman. Continuous hyperglycemia will make any wound slow to heal. When we say hyperglycemia, kabaliktaran naman, masyadong mababa yung sugar level. Kasi nga, sometimes umiinom ng gamot para pampababa ng sugar. So, minsan, mas sobra namang mababa. So, nagkakaroon sila naman ng masakit ang ulo or disoriented yung matatanda kasi kulang na ng sugar. So, ayun, make sure na normal lang ang level, ano. And then, complications include retinopathy, kidney disorder, and neurotic disorder. Retinopathy, sakit po ito sa mata, no, that causes blindness. It is necessary to prevent complication in cooperation with medical staff. So, ito na nga ang complications. Neurotic disorder, sabi nila meron daw pins and needles na feeling sa kamay, no, or nagnanumb yung kamay. Ayun. And kidney disorder, ito po yung pag malala na masyado ang DM or diabetes mellitus. Then, retinopathy, pwedeng mabulag. Osteoporosis, risk of a broken bone increases due to low bone mass. Ayan. Ano ba ang cause? Bedridden, calcium deficiency. Especially sa mga babae, no? Ayun. Sabi nila, pag wala ng menstruation, bumababa na din ang female hormone level natin, which is hindi na tayo nakaka-absorb ng calcium. Ayun. Then, symptoms have a stoop back, grower, shorter, lower back pain. And then, vulnerable to bone fracture. So, delikado na. So, maraming matatanda talaga na, lalo na yung mga Japanese na korekara, from now on ating babantayan. Mga 90 years old, 100 years old na yan. So, careful po tayo sa kanila na hindi mahulog or hindi natin ma-break ang kanilang bones. Ano? So, there are areas kung saan common ang bone fracture. So, number 1, humerus, radius, spine, and femoral neck. Ayun. Ay, so ano ba yung regions of bone fracture often found in elderly? Number 1, humerus, radius, spine, and femoral neck. So, ang question previously is, what bone fracture site, no, common bone fracture site that causes the user to be bedridden? So, saan sa apat? So, the correct answer is femoral neck. Okay. And then, hindi na rin po recommendable na mag-surgery kasi nga mga 90 years old, 100 years old, chances are mag-worsen lang, no, if mag-surgery sila. So, careful po tayo. Especially sa fracture of the femoral neck kasi nga bedridden na after that. So, next is basic understanding of disorder, disability, and impairment. Na-mention ko dati no na merong ICF. So, during the exam, itong ICF or International Classification of Functioning Disability and Health, lumabas po siya sa Basics of Caregiving sa previous chapter, no? Pero sa book ng Kaigo Tekisto, dito po siya sa second, sa Mechanism of the Mind and Body. Pero same lang naman ang explanation. So, ayun, ICF regards disability as people's health characteristic instead of focusing on negative factors. So, sa ICF po, hindi po tayo magfo-focus sa kung ano ang kulang, ano ang wala. But, it is a health characteristic which we will accept. Alright, so ito po ang ICF, classification po siya, no, kung ano yung current na characteristic ng user or ng matatanda, ika-classify po natin siya using the ICF manner. So, example, health condition. Assess po natin ano ba ang health condition ng matanda. And then, so, there are factors no sa ICF. Ito yung number 1, health condition. Number 2, body function and structure. Number 3, activities. Number 4, participation. And then, environmental factor and personal factors. So, example, si user ay mayroong stroke. Yan ang kanyang health condition. So, ano ba yung body function and structure? So, anong part ng kanyang body ang merong paralysis? Anong part ng kanyang body ang merong muscle weakness? So, ilalagay yan siya under body function and structure. Activities. Ano ba ang kayang activities ni user during the days? So, check natin yung IDL, yung kaya na IADL and ADL ni user. Kaya pa niyang pumunta ng toilet? Kaya pa ba niyang maligo mag-isa? Kaya pa ba niyang kumain mag-isa? Next is participation. Ano bang role ang kaya pang gawin ni user? Kaya pa niyang mag-join sa 3 o'clock no na games with other users sa Home for the Aged, or nag-join pa siya no ng mga voluntarism na mga activities. So, yun yung sa participation. Next naman is environmental factor. Saan ba nakatira si user? Sino ba ang kasama ni user? Sino ba ang tumutulong sa kanya? Dun po yan sa environmental factor. And next is personal factor. Ilang taon ba siya? Mahilig bang sumayaw? Anong values meron si user? Dun sa personal factor. So, basically, ika-classify lang natin ang information ni user based sa kung ano ang current na health condition ni user. And from there, kung ano yung information na makukuha natin, doon gagawa naman ng care plan no sa user. So, hindi yung dekinay koto kasi meron siyang stroke sa health condition. So, dekinay koto mo, zembo dekinay, hindi ganon. Kung hindi, korekara dekiru koto or ima no kotte iru chikara, or meaning to say kung ano yung naiwan na abilities ni user, i-maximize natin siya. Pero malalaman natin kung ano yung i-maximize natin kung gamitin natin ang ICF no to classify the information. Visual impairment. So, ito po ang symptoms ng common na visual impairment sa matatanda. So, may iba yung gitna hindi na nakikita ng matanda, no? Nagiging blurry na siya. So, ang tawag doon ay scotoma central visual field defect. Yung iba naman, narrowing of visual field. And last is hemispatial neglect. Usually, sa hemispatial neglect, lumabas to sa licensure exam, no? Sa Japan. So, yung left side, hindi nila nakikita. I mean, nakikita nila pero hindi nila nare-recognize. No? So, ayun. So, usually, ano ba ang point of nursing care na gagawin mo? So, example, kasi nga, hindi na sila nakakakita during mealtime, i-move mo yung pagkain or yung spoon sa side na nakakakita siya sa right side. So, ganun. In case lumabas itong hemispatial neglect, no? So, ayun. Hindi nila nare-recognize ang left side. Hearing disorder, unable to hear, or difficulty in hearing. So, ayun. So, means of communication includes hearing aid, conversation by means of writing, use of sign language, and conversation by speech or lip reading. So, ito po. Language disorder. So, aphasia. Ano ba yung aphasia? So, person wants to say something but cannot complete saying the word. Mostly, this is after having a stroke, no? Itong aphasia. So, common siya sa stroke patients. So, it is a language disorder in which difficulty in communication using speech. Ano ba ang dapat gawin